Good morning, everyone. That's the view from my window today. Time right now is about 6 o'clock. It's too misty outside, too foggy outside, and I'm logged in and started my day today. I think last night it rained a bit, and I can see watermarks. I love this. 239 subscribers, 49 videos. Thank you so much for everyone and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel, and share this to your friends and families if you want to see somebody who's traveling, who's living in a van and living his life. And I'm going to talk about, see the person on the chair, that's me. I'm going to talk about my journey, how I ended up here inside my van, and what made me to choose this van life. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Ram. This is Soul on Wheels. Before I talk about myself, let's quickly jump in and talk about van life. What is van life and how it all started? In general, not about me. In general, how did it all start? So it started in early beginnings, which is 1920s and 1960s. So the van life as a concept started out of necessity. And if you have heard about something called Great Depression era, so some people started living out in a car, in a van, where they could sleep overnight and go back to the work and continue the journey without paying the high rent, or did not have the societal pressure to take up a house on loan or house on rent and live in one confined four walls. So that's when it all started. And in 1950s and 1960s, between that era, that is post World War II era, so that's when the concept, which started out in a minimalistic view, grew in a very large way, and people started putting all the luxurious things, whatever they could fit inside a bus or a van. It all started with that. If you've seen the Volkswagen van, that's when it all started. So it was Volkswagen bus type 2, which became a symbol of freedom and mobility. So it's history, how it all started. So let's talk about myself now. So it all started during the COVID period. We had nothing to do and we all were worried. So I picked up an old Maruti Versa, which was about 15 years old, and it was dead from inside. Picked it up from a garage and stripped everything, every single bolt and nut. Started working on the rust issues first on it, then started working on an engine, then slowly, within a span of the first wave of lockdown, the van was ready. And occasionally I was parking it in the basement and working out like for 2-3 days at a stretch from the van, because I was too tired of looking at the empty streets or the chaos around. Day to day life of my van life. Let me make a vlog about it, about what I do from the time I get up and from the time I hit the bed. I will make a detailed vlog about it, but to give you an overview about what I mean how my day is typically. I wake up in some remote spot outside the city and wake up to this beautiful bird views in the nature. So I am not waking up to the honking noise or anything. So I wake up in the nature peacefully, make myself a coffee, and I work for an organization. I work for a company. So I log into my laptop, download all my emails, and work on the cases that's assigned to me. And that's how my typical day starts. And I take a break around 8 or 9 o'clock, head out to a public toilet since this one does not have a toilet facility. I did have previously I did have a chemical composed toilet, but that was little inconvenience because the space is too small. So public toilets safe. So I get fresh in a public toilet, head out, get some veggies and get some groceries for the day. I don't carry anything extra. I live by the day. I buy things for the day. And next thing, I try to find some safe space where I can. It's either some cafe or it's either some shade under a tree. Some space where I can park this van and make some breakfast. It could be some simple things like a bread omelette or a bread toast, something, and start my day. And next thing is the lunch. Sometimes it becomes a little hectic to make lunch, depends on the workload. So I may not make the lunch some days. So, but the important thing is I don't miss out on any sunsets or sunrise. That's typical day. And before all these things would be happening during my travel. I travel about say 20-30 kilometers, not more than that. I don't want to travel like 100 or 200 kilometers and stress myself. So I just travel, keep it very simple. Travel like 20-30 kilometers from my previous day's location and camp myself, be in the nature, make my dinner, see some sunset. I try to make dinner before sunset because of the past experience, I would say. It's not safe to switch on your lights and show that you're living in the van and make dinner. It's a little messy. So I make my dinner before the sunset and put it in a box, and around 8 or 9 I have my dinner. I try to scroll through the reels and all those things, and I think about what am I doing, why am I not documenting what I'm living, how am I living. So that took about 2 to 3 years to kick in, and I realized, yes, I should start vlogging and I should start showing people how I live. So that's how I've ended up in this van life journey. I do travel to city. It's not that I have completely chosen the van life now, because till the time you are working for some company or working somewhere, you have to go to office some or the other day. You have to give your best in your office so that they don't throw you out. The competence level is way too high in any industry you take. So, but the dream is someday I am well off with my finances and head out on an actual journey which would involve traveling to multiple terrains, countries, and see everything that I could in this one small life. So I'm here asking your help. If you have heard me till now and if you have seen me till now, please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. This helps a lot. You don't have to pay anything to anybody, you just have to like and subscribe my channel. And I've heard from people, I have not experienced it yet. I've heard from people that you can make a decent income out of your documents, and that will help me to travel, because if I have to calculate my expenses, it's just purely my fuel, the fuel of the vehicle, and the basic necessities what I need to cook and eat. I try most of the time not to buy anything outside to eat. Okay, I'm going to end this vlog today. I hope you liked it, what you're hearing, and I'll see you again tomorrow.